Last week, markets carried on with their rotation this year, with investors favoring small and international stocks over the mega-cap growth stocks that have propelled much of the gains in the last couple years. GDP growth for Q4 came in well below forecasters' expectations, but the composition was much firmer. The government sector dragged down GDP by an entire percent in Q4, owing to the government shutdown, and private sector final sales grew at an encouraging 3% pace adjusted for inflation. PCE inflation data, the Fed's preferred metric, came in above forecasts, which themselves were already well above the Fed's 2% target. And although there's some quirks in the data right now, nonetheless, investors and policymakers will have to bring inflation back onto the radar screens, especially after last week's minutes of the January Fed meeting skewed a bit hawkish. This week, we'll be watching out for home price data on Tuesday. The Federal Housing Finance Agency and S&P will both report monthly house prices for December, and forecasters are expecting a moderate pace of gains. House prices are growing much slower than in recent years, and in some markets, prices have outright declined. These monthly housing figures will give us insight into whether the housing market, which has been locked up for a few years, might start to normalize. Q4 earnings season is mostly wrapped up, and S&P 500 companies have mostly outperformed expectations for solid earnings growth. This week, we'll see some renewed attention to earnings, as several big tech companies are due to report. Given how much attention markets are paying to how AI investment trends and the outlook for AI profitability are going, this week's tech earnings will be as important as ever for markets. Lastly, markets will still keep an eye on policy and geopolitical risks this week. Questions swirl around the outlook for tariffs, and oil prices are up 15% year to date, likely reflecting some geopolitical risk premium. So things to watch this week: house prices, tech earnings, and ongoing risks.
The views expressed are solely those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views of First Citizens Bank and Trust Company or any of its affiliates. This material is for informational purposes only and is not intended to be an offer, recommendation, or solicitation to purchase or sell a specific investment strategy, any security or insurance product, and should not be construed as legal, tax, or accounting advice. Please consult with your legal or tax advisor regarding the particular facts and circumstances of your situation prior to making any financial decision. While we believe that the information presented is from reliable sources, we do not represent, warrant, or guarantee that it is accurate or complete. Many companies referenced in this content are independent third parties and are not affiliated with First Citizens Bank and Trust Company. All third-party trademarks, including logos, trade names, service marks, and icons referenced, remain the property of their respective owners. Your investments in securities and insurance products and services are not insured by the FDIC or any other federal government agency and may lose value. They are not deposits or other obligations of or guaranteed by any bank or bank affiliate and are subject to investment risks, including possible loss of the principal amounts invested. Past performance is no guarantee of future results. Estimates of future performance are based on assumptions that may not be realized. This material is not a solicitation of any offer to buy or sell any security or other financial instrument or to participate in any trading strategy. Diversification does not guarantee a profit or protect against loss in a declining financial market. First Citizens Wealth, FCW, is a marketing brand of First Citizens Bancshares Incorporated, a bank holding company. The following affiliates of First Citizens Bancshares are the entities through which FCW products are offered. Brokerage products and services are offered through First Citizens Investor Services Incorporated, FCIS, a registered broker-dealer, member FINRA, and SIPC. Advisory services are offered through FCIS, First Citizens Asset Management Incorporated, and SVB Wealth LLC, all SEC registered investment advisors. Certain brokerage and advisory products and services may not be available from all investment professionals in all jurisdictions or to all investors. Insurance products and insurance are offered through FCIS, a licensed insurance agency. Banking, lending, trust products and services, and certain insurance products and services are offered by First Citizens Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender and SVB, a division of First Citizens Bank and Trust Company. For more information about FCIS, FCAM, or SVBW and its investment professionals, visit www.firstcitizens.com/wealth/disclosures.